Hello, Scorpio. My name is Echo. Welcome to your tarot reading for January 2025. I want to wish you a happy new moon. We are experiencing a black moon at this time. This is a very big deal because the black moon takes place. A black moon is anytime you have two new moons within a calendar month. And this one is happening right on the edge of New Year's. So, this is the perfect time to use that new moon energy, Scorpio, where we're going to readdress what doesn't work for us and kind of rehash a new plan so that we can go forward and move into the new moon cycle and at this point into the new year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the Animal Spirit Oracle deck and see where we are. So 2024 was a very interesting time for a lot of people, and it's looking astrologically like it's going to be a big change for a lot of people moving into 2025. A lot of signs have a very powerful start to the year, and let's see what is in store for you. So you have the Scarab Beetle Spirit. It says, magic works through you. We can't always have everything handed to us on a silver platter, Scorpio, and nobody knows that better than you. You're very real, very matter of fact, sometimes to the point where it can seem a little bit harsh to other people. But there's nothing wrong with having a good head on your shoulders and being aware of where it is you're going. So the Scarab Beetle reminds you that magic works through you. So pay attention to your mindset, pay attention to your actions, because everything you put about into the energy that is the macrocosm, I guess you could say, will come back to you in its own way. So you be the path of least resistance, because magic takes the path of least resistance. All right. Now you have boundaries. So just as you're looking to go about and create magic, you are also setting up boundaries as we move into the new month and into the new year. This may mean that individuals who seem like they're not really helping you out in any way, you're just not putting too much time into them, maybe not giving them the complete cold shoulder, but you don't really see it that way anytime you do invest in yourself, Scorpio, because like we said, you're very matter of fact. You're setting up boundaries where people may be taking too much from you as you move into the new month, and you're addressing those boundaries and redefining them. Just be careful that those boundaries, Scorpio, don't come and turn into walls for you, because you don't want to keep out anybody who may be an ally at this time. But you'll know the difference. You always do. Next, you have the Outlaw. Scorpio tends to put up a bit of a barrier and a bit of a shield, as we talked about, but you play by your own rules, not to the point where you're going to deny the rules and the things that are in the powers that be, because you're very happy with the status quo if it makes sense. But if something does challenge you moving into the month of January, and you feel that a rule or a boundary or a blockade even is flawed, and there simply because someone else thinks it's right, but it really has no use for you, you're going to find ways to sidestep it and create your own truth. You're going to do things your own way. And this is very much a Scorpio energy, so it tells me that you are right on point with where you should be as January begins. Going forward with the Runic Tarot, Runic Oracle, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is almost a wounded warrior energy. It's about standing your ground when the going gets tough, and really putting in the work, okay? Making sure that the things you're passionate about are the things you stand for, come hell or high water, okay? I don't know where the expression popped in, it just popped in there. The man going into the dark woods in this card indicate that he is willing to go the distance. He is willing to stand his ground, and you can almost see he's stepping out of a clearing into like the edge of the dark woods, okay, into this tree line. If you've ever stood at the edge of a large batch of woods, you're basically leaving civilization to go into the wild, okay, to explore the unknown, to protect what you have already built in everyday society, okay? In this card, this says that you are willing to move forward and make that step. You are going to fight for what matters for you, even if it means going and doing the scary thing, okay? this isn't typically what this card looks like. It's usually a person standing on the edge of, say, a cliff where they feel backed in. But in this particular deck, this individual is stepping into the threat rather than holding their ground and, staving it off. So I do love this because that's a very Scorpio energy, actually. You will take on the fight if the fight feels just. And you will challenge anybody who is, I guess you could say, bullshitting you. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot cards and see what else we have coming. First, you have the Two of Swords, the Sun in reverse, the Magician, and the Two of Pentacles. So I do want to point out that some of these cards are coming up and they are not on repeat. A couple of them have been, but you are the first one of my readings that I've done for January, Scorpio, to get the Sun and the Magician at all in either position. So I just want to point that out. The Two of Swords indicates that you recognize where things may be blocking you at this time, and you've taken stock on what needs to be changed, what needs to be addressed. This may mean different ways of communicating, different ways of thinking that haven't been working for you. You're very aware of what those are. They may also be the limits in these areas that someone else is imposing on you, and you're looking to move from these blocks. You will see them and you will experience them in real time as January begins. So when they pop up and you do see them, be wary of what those blocks are and be sure that they're not coming from you. If they're coming from you, you can easily fix them because you know how to adjust your behavior accordingly and any plans or actions that you take. But if they are coming from an outside source, don't be scared to call someone on the carpet and say, hey, look, this isn't working. Because there's nothing wrong with standing in your truth, Scorpio. This is the only way we get better. They say that the way we allow people to treat us is we're teaching them how to treat us, okay? So if someone or something is blocking you at this time, stand your ground as we saw in the Nine of Wands and tell them, no go, we're not doing this. Because you don't want that to go across January and move into the months ahead. The Sun in reverse says, whatever this blockade is, it has not been making you happy. You may not be particularly sunshine and rainbows as the month begins, given that you're finding a block, either within yourself or within others. You've had enough. You're not willing to put up with it, and you're very aware that the situation needs to be addressed. But remember, magic works through you, and boundaries are very important at this time. If it means you have to be that outlaw, and you have to make somebody else see why you're unhappy, you have to express yourself, then go ahead and do it. I'm not saying you have to blow up at anybody, Scorpio. Just use that plain, straight, here it is, take it or leave it logic that you're known for, because this is what's going to carry you through and help any blocks that are holding you at this time, either inward or outward. The Magician says that as above, so below. The man standing at the table has all of the tools he needs to be able to take the power of the heavens and more this infinity symbol. This says to me that the possibilities are endless. Okay, the universe is infinite. Our imaginations are infinite. There are blessings waiting for us on an infinite level. And he has all the tools he needs, with the wand pointed up and the finger pointed down, to take all of the infinite energy and wisdom and magic and dreams that are out there and bring them into reality. So as above, so below. You are creating something out of this place of discourse, I guess we'll call it, and bringing something down in real time to serve you in a better way. You are the architect that designs your own reality, Scorpio. This is very much you, even though that is not a Scorpio card. The Two of Pentacles says something has gotten out of hand, okay? Two of Pentacles is all about readdressing the balance, but given that this is in reverse, you are sensing there is definite imbalance, and you're looking to address that as the month goes forward. You aren't just going to sit and take it, because that's not how Scorpio operates at all. Where you see the imbalance at this time, that should probably be a good tipping off point, a good start. The imbalance may be coming from you, it may be coming from someone else, but given that it is the pentacles, it is a very earth energy, which is things you can see and touch, very real. So this may indicate that it's something in terms of finance. You may quit a job, you may lose a job, you may be doing home renovations, you may be taking apart a structure such as, again, the home renovations or even a piece of furniture. Okay, you may be readdressing your finances and the way you have things, money going in, money going out. So this does indicate that there's a little bit of give and take that needs to be done, and right now you're feeling a sense of imbalance. You're feeling more take than give, and you're looking to readdress that. So let's do some more cards to go through from that second week in January and carry us on to the end of the month. First, you have the 10 of Cups, the Tower, the 9 of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the 10 of Cups says that you're very much looking for that happy family, that happy ending. This is the goal that you're approaching, because while you do tend to be very blunt force trauma with some people, it's literally just you trying to cut out all the nonsense so you can get your highest good, okay? You're not looking to hurt anyone's feelings. You're not on the warpath. You're very much just trying to make the best of the situation, and some people misunderstand your intentions and take it almost like an attack. But just because you're looking for your greatest good, Scorpio, and from this card I'm seeing the good of others, does not mean you have to put up with people, tramping all over you and blocking things and stopping you when you are going for those goals. So you're going to move into that 10 of Cups energy, and you are going to start seeing returns and emotional satisfaction and benefit from all of the stuff you're dealing with, okay? If you address it, you will get the returns from it. The Tower says that something is coming down. Given that you are looking to make something work for you, you are very aware that you're going to have to get rid of something in the status quo and the way it works. The Tower says you're leveling the playing field and knocking down whatever it is that isn't working. In this card, as the lightning strikes the Tower, you'll notice that the individuals have to jump because of the flames in the Tower. And yes, they are risking death, but if they stay in that tower, they will most assuredly die. Whereas if you jump, you may only, break a few bones. But, what's a few broken bones, right? At least eventually you can mend and get back up and keep going. The Tower says that it is okay to bring down things that aren't working for you at this time. Spirit is giving you permission, because remember, the magic works through you, okay? This card keeps jumping out at me. You have the armor of the scarab. Scarab beetles have the armored exoskeleton, that sort of carapace, and that is very much the Scorpio embodiment. So take that with you, and don't be afraid to take things down wherever they aren't working, with the intention of rebuilding on a level playing field. The 9 of Cups says you may not be able to reach for something that matters to you at this time emotionally, okay? While you're getting the rewards and you're making happy for everybody else, there is still something that's out of reach you still have yet to strive for as the month closes out. It may be hurt from having to level something. It may be just irritation, okay? It doesn't have to be anything major. Maybe something irritation is hitting you because you've had so much on your plate. So you're just not ready to reach that 9th cup and that happiness. When you feel this way, it's important to take a deep breath, take a little bit of time to yourself, and not to get all squishy, because that's not how you operate. It's very much just for your own freaking sanity, okay? If you just need to, just a minute, so all of everyone's noise can get out of your brain and you can just level yourself so you don't have to bite into anybody else. Take the time to do that, because that is going to be the edge of that 9th cup that is going to help you kind of get even keel. Maybe not right away, but it's better not to blow up at this time, because you're already dealing with a lot and you don't want to pile more on your plate and give somebody ammo to fire back at you when all you were doing was speaking matter-of-factly, okay? The 8 of Cups says you are going to have how do I want to put this? You are going to have the urge to walk away from whatever doesn't serve you at this time, but you may find a little bit of difficulty doing so. Not for any lack of wanting, but it may be maybe you and a friend group or you and an individual social group have been together for a very long time. It may be a love interest or a spouse even that just refuses to let go and, makes you out to be the bad guy. But don't let anyone do anything stupid, like threaten to hurt themselves to keep you in a space. Don't buy into that shit, because if somebody wants to hurt themselves, they're going to do it anyway. I'm sorry to say it. You need to get them help so they can heal. They can move on with life. You can move on with life, because that is never a good place for anyone to be. The fact that anyone would be willing to do that to themselves it's so sad, and they really do need to heal and get better. And the only way they can do that is if you get them the help they need. Okay. Because I understand life happens. You may have issues walking away from people because it's not so much them holding you back, it's you. You're just trying to do the best for everybody, as we saw in the Ten of Cups. So if a situation happens where it's a stay or go, just take stock of the situation, look at all the facts, and really do still strive for the best outcome for everybody, because this is almost reading this Ten of Cups like this is your advice moving forward. Okay. It's not going to be a pretty month, Scorpio, from the looks of things. I'm not going to lie to you, but you can make the most of it because magic works through you, okay? So if you feel like the life you want isn't really up on offer on a silver platter, it's only because Spirit knows you are capable of making these changes yourself, and you are being called to do this. So let's go forward with some cards of advice for Scorpio, okay? Let's see what we got. We have the Death card in reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess in reverse. So the Death card in reverse is actually a symbol about renewal, just as the Knight on the Pale Horse is death itself, and the young man offers him these flowers. This is actually talking about rejuvenation and a rebirth. Given that this is in reverse, this says that a death will occur, not maybe a necessarily actual death. Okay, this got really dark really fast, but an end is coming about, as we saw with the Tower card here, and you will need to be ready to rebuild when this end has finished. So honor the ends, take the time you need, and be ready to close out situations that don't serve you. Be ready to leave things behind that aren't helping, so that you can step into that new, so that you can have that rebirth. Because this card is encouraging you to keep in mind that you are capable of your own rebirth. You are capable of your own transformation. The Queen of Swords says that you are getting clear in a situation. She sits high atop the cliff on her throne, able to look at the kingdom far below her, with a bundle of lavender in her lap, a very healing herb. She's done the healing, and an open hand, almost waving people on. Bring it on, okay? What else have you got? What more is there? The sword in her lap indicates that while she sits in a very peaceful energy, she is ready to cut through the nonsense, okay? And this is very much you as well, Scorpio. You're getting clear on new ideas. You're getting a fresh perspective. And this is great for you, considering all that you've put up with and how you've had to readdress the situation in such a drastic way. New understanding on things will be a great way to move forward as you go into January. The High Priestess indicates a need for secrecy at this point. Either someone is keeping a secret from you and you're very aware of it at this time, or you need to keep your moves secret from other people. Now, if you are addressing a situation and setting boundaries and being the outlaw, it doesn't mean you're being sneaky, okay? You're just doing what you feel needs to be done. But it might be better at sometimes to keep a bit of secrecy about. Secrets do tend to come out eventually. So just know that whatever secrets you're keeping, they won't hide forever. And just like if you're discovering someone else's and it's being revealed, there you go. And that's what we're talking about. So the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets. So a secret may be coming out at this time if you're not careful. Or someone may have a secret coming out to you that you notice, or they actually just they blurt it out. But the High Priestess is very much in her energy, very much about, she connects with divination. She connects with creating the as above, so below, like we saw in the magician, but on a massive level. Okay. She is all knowing. She is all seeing. She is, I guess you could say, the mother of creation, okay? And she's ready to get shit done. So go forward with that energy and don't be scared to call the shots the way you see fit, because you're going to see things for the way they are. Okay, Scorpio, you're very astute. You're very aware of your being. So let's look at blessings that Scorpio is going to receive. What blessings does Scorpio have coming in January of 2025? You have the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, the Page of Cups in reverse indicates that there won't be any nasty surprises, okay? You're on top of your game. You're seeing with a very clear eye. You're very in your element. The Page of Cups can indicate that you're going to be aware of who is not in your corner. So the blessing I would say that you're going forward this month, Scorpio, is a clear head, clear sight, and finally the vision that you've probably been striving for some time, and forward movement that comes out of that. You are a no-nonsense sign, and this is a wonderful reading for you, Scorpio. Use these energies to the best of your ability and go forward with a wonderful new year. My name is Echo, and this has been your January 2025 reading. Take care.